What is going on, guys? Back with another video. So you're probably aware of the rally we saw with Heroes of Mavia. Literally out of nowhere, we saw a huge green candle. And this obviously we had months and months of bearish price action, and out of nowhere we had just an insane rally, right? You can see here from close to 10 cents shooting up all the way to, nearly 70 cents in the space of literally 2 days. Okay. So again, a lot of people got shaken out of this project, and, I don't really blame them because all we really saw over the past few months was a decline in the price. And when you zoom out of obviously this surge we had here, doesn't really put any sort of, dent in the downwards price action we've had. But today, I'm going to discuss, do I still think this can, continue to move? Was the bottom in when we saw the bottom over the past sort of few months? And can this go on to, break or even surpass its previous all-time high of around $300 million, right? So currently it's close to $20 million. And, again, we saw a massive surge. This was, under $6 million in just literally a couple of weeks ago, and then we saw it go all the way up to 35 million, right? So it did around a 6x, which is insane in such a short period of time. All right, so what changed? I mean, what really changed with Heroes of Mavia? Did any major news come out? From my understanding, it just appears that they have come back with updates, and also, is there manipulation? Is there insider manipulation going on? I think we all know the answer to that, guys. But anyway, let's discuss Mavia. Let's see what we can expect from Mavia going forward. And now, what I would say is, in terms of the game, it does have adoption, right? It has people who are, actively playing the game, who are, earning from it, earning Ruby, and then obviously you can exchange that for the Mavia token. So yeah, in terms of the game, of course, it's developed by a very good game developer, Scrice Studios, and the website is very high quality. Of course, mobile gaming, and again, it's a very popular game. You can see here essentially, you can build your own sort of empire, Clash of Clans. Like I don't really play these types of games, but you can't deny that they do get adoption. They do get a lot of hype surrounding them. So you can see here, you can build your base. And obviously, you use this with the different in-game currencies to acquire, more or better items. And then you can basically, compete with other people and, basically go into battles and earn, gold or ruby. And then on top of that, they've got, a very good sort of ecosystem in terms of the artwork, in terms of, being AAA standard, which is very important for gamers. And this is where, the studio, Scrice Studio, comes into play. And you can see, guys, that, one thing about Mavia, it is developed by a very high quality studio. And, they are very serious about, developing a very high quality game. So you can see here, experience the future of gaming. Scribe Studios is based upon fundamental values, which we believe define the next generation of gaming. Quality of everything, balanced economics, cross-platform, community-owned. And you can see here some of the artwork behind Mavia, and they've got some of the team listed here as well. I think they've got some offices around the globe. I think they're based in Southeast Asia. They also have some offices in Europe, and I believe the US as well. So could you class this as a US-based crypto? I mean, potentially if they move operations to the US, but I do think it is based out of Asia. But again, things could change in relation to that. And obviously, Mavia is essentially their sort of showcase game, I believe. You can see here, they've got here online multiplayer strategy, unique bases and land. You can obviously buy different NFT land plots as well, which give you advantages in game. And this is something really interesting here, guys, right? Because when it comes to games, you need sort of streamers, you need people, influencers to showcase the game, right? So we've got someone here who's from FaZe Clan. I think they made some content around Call of Duty back in the day. I'm not too sure, but it says here from one of the members of this clan, Mavia has the potential to lead the blockchain gaming space as the first mass multiplayer strategy game with sustainable play-to-earn economics, right? So again, a lot of people compare this to something like Axie Infinity Obviously, we saw how much adoption Axie Infinity got from various countries. People were in some cases earning more than their wage. So if they can get these big influencers, these big streamers to showcase the game, this will definitely have long-term potential. All right, even though we've seen very bearish price action, there's something about Mavia. All right, there is definitely something which does sort of distinguish itself from other competitors. And you've got here, of course, the main criticism, the main reason that people were criticizing Mavia was because for such a long time, if we go back to February, there was literally no updates, right? And they were updating literally every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks in some instances, guys. And for a project, people want to see daily updates. It just gives investors confidence. So you can see here then, over the past sort of coming into March, they started to pick up, Steam retweeting this, obviously the gains it made in such a short space of time. And then, they were continuing to post and, they've stayed pretty consistent with it going forward here, being featured by Bybit and then also getting sort of featured by CoinGecko. Again, I don't really like when projects show price action. I think they should focus on the development. But again, marketing is good, and they have got some more listings on board as well. More exchanges have started listing them, and more YouTubers have started to feature Mavia. Again, guys, I just want to make it clear this isn't any sponsored content. Again, with Mavia, this is just I'm just bringing you updates on the projects which I think have good potential going forward. So something else which was a bit of it has frustrated some people. We all know what happened with the Binance futures when they got delisted, and now they have decided to basically relist Mavia for futures trading. And yeah, this is very clear. What you want to make of it. Is this insider manipulation? Potentially, right? And it's a shame, guys, because so many people, just had enough of Mavia. They sold at a huge, huge, huge loss. And I mean, in terms of my average price, I think my average price is just under $1. I did DCA some of the dips. Of course, it was very risky because when you invest in a project, when it continues to dip, either it's going to go to zero or it's going to make a very strong recovery. In this instance, obviously, Mavia made a decent recovery. Um, and since that surge as well, it has come back. It did, come back to like 11 million market cap, and then it's come back up to around 23 million. So, do I still think this is a good buy? Do I still think it has potential? And I do still think this can give you some good returns, guys. What I would say is to dollar cost average, guys. I always emphasize DCing. In terms of unlocks, in terms of tokenomics, we have a sizable unlock in the start of May, around 20% of the market cap, around 11 million tokens. I think there's around 52 million currently unlocked. So it is a big unlock, and that's why I always say to you to dollar cost average. If the market continues to move sideways, then potentially you could get a good discount on Mavia. But they are updating. They are it looks as if they've come back in terms of updates. They're also on base as well, so again, a very good bullish factor. And they've been posting more. They've been getting a lot more listings. Again, I don't really know too much about these exchanges, but it's just going to improve and increase the overall trading volume. You can see just how big the trading volume is, guys. That is massive for the size of the project. But this is clear market insider manipulation, guys. Right? From Binance ultimately. So anyway, yeah, a quick update on Mavia, guys. Do I still think it has potential? I do. Do you need to be, careful with the price? You do, guys. I think obviously that is a no-brainer. The best way to protect yourself is by DCing any dips. In terms of the game, guys, it has players. This has millions and millions of players who are playing the game. And in terms of the price action, where can it go? And again, it's going to depend on alt season, how much of big alt season we have. I do believe it will break its all-time high. It's around a 12x, 300 million, and it's really going to depend on how serious they are with developing the game and really growing in terms of the long-term aspect. So yeah, guys, just a quick update on Mavia. Of course, let me know your thoughts. Are you still holding? Are you still bullish? I never recommend buying on massive green candles. So wait for a pullback. I do think this will have a pullback. and we can go from there and see if this is going to have long-term potential. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon for the next video.